Hello everyone, this is my 1v1 game on Himeyama on AoE 4, the Sultan's Ascend expansion, against, as you can see, Skyfox. This Ayyubid Japanese matchup. As you all know, I play a lot of Ayyubids, if not solely Ayyubids, on ladder. So yeah, one trick pony, but they are really strong right now, so let's dive into it. So, as you know, I'm doing a regular fast castle opening. If you are curious about what that build order is, which I'm not going to go through in this video, I do have a build order guide on my channel. Ayyubids pretty much are one of the fastest, if not the fastest, in competition with the Jushi's Legacy to get to castle. And it does make them very strong because you can get out Camel Lancers right away. If you also go military wing, which is what I'm going, you do have a good way of defending yourself against a lot of cavalry civs, which are very aggressive, or towering. I see that he's gone to the middle, and this middle pawn is actually quite small, so it's kind of nice for me to do this, which is just to tower. He can't really respond to it in any way. And what I will eventually do is try to put in my scouts, my scout and then my desert raider, so I have 2 units in there. But the first thing that I'm going to do is actually garrison my villagers. And you may say, okay, now I have 2 idle villagers, but my goal is now to idle his 3 fishing boats, right? So and then here we go, we have now 3 inside. Then once I get the scout in and I'm aged up, I send my villagers back so they're not idled. So he's like kind of pseudo-idled here with 1 at a time, and they have to heal up inside. So as you can see, I'm just shooting away at the boats. And the other thing is, it also forces your opponent to have to micro this. I don't have to do anything, right? I just leave my units inside, and now he has to micro. He has to remember that they're in there getting healed and to pop them out to farm. So if we have a look at the food income per minute, even though he is fishing, I still have more food income per minute, just because he has to stick them inside. So he's also aging up now as well, so a little bit behind me, obviously, because he went fishing. And then if we go back to the number of villagers, you can see that he's putting a lot on food as well. And I should be going up to castle, and there it is. I obviously towered up here. Normally I would tower my gold to protect it, but because he's so behind as far as like a technology wise, I don't need to protect any of my resources. I can just focus on harassing his. So now I have 3 inside, so this makes it so that fishing boats can't really do anything at all. And you could say, like, yeah, I could have gone to harass his berries, but there's not really huge value in that since he has a lot of sheep, and his gold is towered, which purely counter desert raiders, which is what I would be using to raid with. So my goal right now is to get the relics. So again, normally, I'm just going to pause it here for a second. Normally what I would do here is I would be going into a second military production building, probably a barracks, because if he is also fast castling, which Japanese do like to do, he will also be going knights. Even though I'm going camel lancers, he'll still go knights. And I just will want a barracks so I can build spears, and then eventually gulam to counteract those knights. Put a couple spears in my wood line, a couple spears on my gold, and I'll be pretty insulated. But because he is behind me on the tech side, because he went fishing, I know that he won't, he'll be aged up quite a bit later than I would normally be facing if he didn't go water. So I can afford to go greedy with getting the relics first. And I'm a little bit speed building this, so we're just going to speed it up here. And then I get my first camel lancer. I don't need to burn this down. I don't need a garrison. What I want to do is I want to go straight across and try to harass his resources, maybe even find his castle and stop his castle. He obviously knows this, so he does a very smart thing in second towers. And there it is, so I have to run away, unfortunately. And there's the age up. Where did he... oh, right, he aged up right next. So yeah, so it couldn't even stop his age up even though I wanted to. and then you can see that I'm going to now sit on the close relics. Now, he gets this one, and he starts to pump out knights, but you can see he doesn't have enough gold to continue pumping, and what I do here is I pop my units out, and Desert Raiders are amazing against knights. If you have knights, even though I don't have these upgraded, Desert Raiders are just insane. Like, look at this damage, 26 damage, and a regular knight does 24. So I still do more damage even though I have less HP. And you can see I just cleaned that up. And I also send these 2 Desert Raiders to kill the guy getting his relic. Meantime, I'm gonna get this relic. I have 1 relic already. So here, this is a perfect example, right? I have nothing in the tower, but he's forgotten about his fishing ships. So he could have actually had these fishing. So again, like, it's good to do this if your opponent's fishes on this map is just the tower, especially if the pond is so small, because it does disable them from doing anything. And now I'm just, straight up burning down his dock. Second relic coming in, and then I have a second dervish, and he just realizes the game is kind of lost from here. He doesn't have the units or resources to contest. He's lost out on the relic battle. It would have been nice if he played it out a bit more, but yeah, he was very behind in this game. Losing those knights there was very bad. If you are a Japanese player playing into that, one thing that I hate playing against is Onimusha. So if you go an archery range instead of that stables, and then put in the Yorishiro into the archery range and just pump out Onimusha, that is something actually very difficult to deal with as the Ayyubid Fast Castle player, even if we know it's coming. So yeah, a short one for today. If you like the content and like the video, please like and subscribe. It does help. I'm trying to grow a following. Feel free to also add me on Discord. You'll see me in a couple channels, including the main AoE channel. And I am doing some coaching on the side, so if any of you are interested in that, I can definitely send you further details. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.